Hello friends! Welcome to my very first Q&A video. I asked on Tumblr what kind of videos my followers would want to see since they're like the large majority of my views, and a couple of people said a Q&A video, so I thought I would do it. I also asked on Tumblr for some questions, and I think they're gonna be fun to answer. Got my laptop ready to go. So a couple of people asked how I got into K-pop, and I actually have an entire video where I talk about that. So I'll put a box here that you can click on, and I'll also put the link in the description so that if you're on mobile you can watch it if you want, find out how I discovered K-pop. It's not that interesting of a story, but whatever. Next question is, what makes you really, really happy? I would say there are only a couple of things that like really make me happy. My dog, that's cheesy, but I love her. My best friend, also cheesy, but I love her. K-pop. I'm always in a good mood when I have listened to K-pop. Almost always. And roller coasters. I love roller coasters. Someone asked, how am I so nice and pretty? I don't know. I was born this way. What is your favorite season and your least favorite season? My favorite season is fall. I love fall. Everything about fall is my favorite. The colors and the weather and just everything. My least favorite is spring. I hate spring. It's always so rainy and nasty outside. I don't like it. Any current song recommendations? I can only really give K-pop recommendations because I don't listen to the radio that much. Rainy Days by Top Dog. They just had a comeback, and that's the song that they came out with, and it's amazing. Drive by J Park featuring Gray, and any song by Astro because I'm obsessed with them at the moment. Do you have a lot of anxieties, and how do you get over them? I have a few anxieties in different areas of life. I have social anxiety, so I don't like being around new people without somebody that I already know being there too, because I don't like the pressure of having to talk to people I don't know. I also have crowd anxiety. I don't like being in big crowds. I don't really get over them, but usually for myself I need something to like focus on, so I wear necklaces a lot that have like pendants on them, and I'll just kind of play with them to draw my attention away from the other things that I'm anxious about, and that usually helps me. I don't know if it would help anybody else, but everyone has different things. Do you ever wish you never made a Tumblr, and how do you handle hate anons all the time? I never wish I hadn't made a Tumblr, mostly because I've had a Tumblr for a long time, but I have never once wished I had never made it because it's super fun and my followers are amazing. And as for the hate anons, I just don't let them bother me usually. I don't take them seriously. There's a quote that I like: if they don't know you personally, don't take it personal. And I love that because honestly, unless somebody knows you and they're accusing you of something based on actual facts, then it shouldn't have any effect on you. Like, it shouldn't matter. If you could switch bodies with your ultimate bias for like a week, what would you do? I don't think I'd do that many different things. I'd sleep a lot, because if I was in Chanyeol's body, I would want to let him sleep. I would want him to get some sleep. But I would also have some fun, you know? I'd mess with people a little bit. I'm not normally like a trolley type of person, but I think it would be fun. Just like little things though, nothing too crazy or life-changing. So someone said, in August I moved to a new area due to family circumstances, and I have to stay there for this year and 2017. And then I really dislike this area, in parentheses. After then I can move to where I previously lived. If you don't mind, can you give some tips to pass time? Living somewhere that you don't like is always going to be difficult, no matter what you do. But I would suggest finding something to focus your attention for the time that you're there. Find a new hobby or try to make a new friend. I know it'll probably be hard because you have to leave them eventually, but having someone there that you can talk to is better than having nothing. And finding something that will draw your attention away from how much you dislike living there will make the time go a lot faster. I would just say not to focus too much on the negative part of it, and kind of find some things that maybe you do like about the area, or just try not to be negative about it, and that'll make it a little bit easier. I know it's hard, but if you try, it might help. I can't really say what kind of things you should do as for like hobbies and stuff, but recently I've gotten back into drawing and I really like writing and stuff, so maybe find something that fits into what you like to do. I'm a creative type, so I like doing things that are considered creative. If you're a sporty type, you could try to find maybe a new sport. Someone asked, when you write, do you distance yourself from the characters or do you put a little piece of yourself in the story? I usually like to base the characters off of myself a little bit if it's like a female character or something like that, but I generally like to create a whole new character and just make them as relatable as I can, so give them little quirks and stuff like that that will make them seem more realistic. I don't like to distance myself from stories because I feel like when you put more into it, you're gonna get more out of it, if that makes sense. So I'm very much for putting yourself in the characters where you can, just to make them seem more realistic and more relatable. Do you write songs, poetry and stuff, or is it just fan fictions? I tried to dabble in writing poetry and songs when I was younger, and I'm really not good at it, so it's just fan fiction for now, which is very rare also. My fan fictions are very far and few and far between. And why do you write? Is it kind of therapy to express your emotions, or is it just for fun? It's a little bit of both. I like to write just to pass time, but I also can't write unless I'm inspired. It can be a way to vent, but it can also just be something that I do when I want something to do. That's it. That's all the questions for now. If you would like to ask me a question for my next Q&A, if you send me something on Tumblr or if you comment on one of my YouTube videos, use the hashtag AskJuju. If you would like to send me something on Twitter, you can use the hashtag JujuQQ. And I will look at it next time I do a Q&A. Thank you for watching. If you would like to support my channel, there will be a link to my Patreon in the description. No pressure, it's just an option. I will see you in my next video.